John Wick is filled with ruthless and talented assassins. We take a look at the 10 of the absolute best in the game. What's up guys, welcome to Danny DJ, and today we're talking about the 10 best assassins in the John Wick franchise. Now this list has been updated to shine a better light on the most skilled assassins that have appeared in the John Wick movies so far, from the ambitious contenders vying for the crown to the reigning champion Baba Yaga himself. At number 10 we have Perkins. Taking on John Wick is a rather bold move, even if it's fresh off retirement, That didn't stop a treacherous Miss Perkins from going after him. Granted, Perkins is actually working for Russian mafia boss Viggo Tarasov at that time. It was Viggo who placed a $2 million bounty on John's head in order to protect his, his good for nothing son, Perkins even had the audacity to conduct business on the Continental grounds in an attempt to get the bounty on John's head. She was clever enough to attack John at his most vulnerable point, we gotta give her that, and nearly killing him as a result. However, Perkins was duly penalized for the brash action, and the cost was her life, not before she killed Harry and made her initial escape. Damn! Next is Ernest, who stands at the number 9 position here. John encounters Ernest at the New York Public Library while trying to gather supplies before he becomes excommunicado at the beginning of John Wick Chapter 3, The Parabellum. John still has time left on the clock, but in a similar fashion to Perkins, Ernest forgoes the honor of the Assassin's Code and tries to kill John anyway. It's perhaps this lapse in judgment that seals his fate more than anything else. Despite his far greater height and reach to John, he loses after stabbing the already quite wounded John in the shoulder. He's taken down with a large hardback book in a kill reminiscent of the Bourne Ultimatum. And number 8 is Harry. Harry is one of the many characters from the movies that John has some kind of vague history with, providing a helping hand by keeping the unconscious Perkins captive after John leaves. She gets the upper hand on him and kills him, but still Harry ranks above both his killer and Ernest for one simple reason. The audience has no real indication of Harry's skills as a killer, but what he does that Perkins and Ernest don't do is abide by the code that assassins follow. Not just the strict rules set by the high table, but an even deeper sense of honor that the assassins above lacked in their final moments. The 7th position goes to Harris. Harris is an enigmatic assassin from John Wick Chapter 2. She communicates through sign language. Her silence allows her to make an even bigger impact in the movie. She managed to give John a tough fight as well as some memorable threats. Sadly, she was merely in the way of John and his actual prey, which is Harris's boss, Santiago de Antonio, of the Camorra crime syndicate. Harris didn't go down without a struggle, however, and even gave John a bit of trouble in the Hall of Mirrors straight from Enter the Dragon. While she lost, Harris went down like a true badass for optioning to use her knife instead of her gun in their fight. Wow, hell yeah, Harris. Moving on to number 6, we have Marcus. As you fans, if you're a fan, you might recall that Marcus accepted the bounty offer on John's head not because he wanted to do it, but because he wanted to protect John. He could have easily ended John as a sniper several times, but chose not to. He clearly shows that his loyalty cannot be bought or bullied. It's too bad it cost him dearly. Viggo came after him for betrayal and had him tortured before killing him. Damn, that's harsh. But this definitely puts Marcus on the safe level, Number 5 is Cassian. In all John Wick's movies, there's always that one assassin who is nearly his John equal. They are also respectable assassins in their own right, and John retiring for several years gave them a chance to catch up. One of these guys is Cassian. He ran into a huge complication with John since he was tasked with the safety of the Camorra boss, and that boss just happens to be John's target. The two of them seem evenly matched in their first fight. Though John still won by a skin of his teeth in their subway deathmatch, instead of killing him, however, John gave Cassian a chance to live. Hopefully, fans will see more of him one day. Next is Zero. Yeah, Zero is hired by the High Table to deal with insubordination in the third movie. It's pretty much the Cassian in this entry, meaning he's more than a match for John. Their first fight was an exhilarating high-speed, big bike joyous with several others, while the second one is a sort of clean one-on-one. Zero actually would have won in their first fight if not for the Continental. Eventually, John turned out to be a better assassin than Zero after their second battle. The formidable assassin got stabbed by his own sword. Oddly enough, Zero himself worships John, but he can't catch up to the master. He is Baba Yaga. Moving forward, the Shinobi. Now the Shinobi are the top assassins working for John's main foe in the third movie, Zero. They proved to be a very worthy match for Baba Yaga. The Shinobi have shown to be swift and silent enough to both hide in plain sight and kill in crowded spaces without being noticed. Whew. They even beat John in their initial brawl with him during the finale of the movie, helping him to his feet after they say their blades, telling him what an honor it is to fight him. After John beats them, he shows them the same respect by sparing their lives, which they were smart enough to accept. So number 2 on this list is obviously Sofia. Yeah? Now Sofia, she's a great character. If you watch the movie, you see. She's similar to John actually in my point of view. John, as he often does, has a long history with her and holds a marker with a thumbprint in it, which seems to be the only reason she doesn't kill him, obviously. She works together with John and shows that she's just as talented when taking down an entire complex full of enemies. Yeah, she wanted to take down a member of the continent because he killed her dog. If it hadn't been John, I think it would have happened. And like Cassian, she is one of the assassins the fans hope to see again. I do believe that. Who else could be number 1 other than John himself? He may not always have the most flawless or elegant technique. He may get out of a lot through sheer luck or the will of others, but John always gets the job done. Though often ruled by his emotions and bound by a code of honor that not everybody in his life observes, he makes it through, seemingly by the will of the gods. Skills and determination are famous attributes of John's character, but it shouldn't be overlooked that John continues to win because he appears that fate always wills it so. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, be safe.